Welcome everyone. Today's project I am super excited to reveal to you. It's going to be a really simple project, but it's going to be really neat. It's called Vanilla Bean Syrup Recipe. And I found this off of a website, and I will link it in my descriptions below. And what we're going to do is we're going to take vanilla beans and we're going to make a simple syrup with it, and then I'm going to can it so I have it on my pantry shelf. And in the website they say you can use it when you make homemade icing. You can add a little of it for flavoring that way. You can add a little bit in tea. You can add a little bit in coffee. It's just going to be a real fun DIY project, and I can't wait to show you. Stay tuned. Okay, the ingredients are really simple. We're going to take some vanilla beans like this, and I got these off of eBay, and what we're going to do is, it came in a package of 6 of them. Vanilla beans can be really expensive, but this small package cost me $7, which I didn't think was too bad, and I used my points up so I could get it for free. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them in half like this. You don't have to cut them in half if you have a large container that you're going to use it. And also, you do not have to can it. You can keep it in your refrigerator up to 6 months. But I would like to can it so I can keep it for much longer than that. And then they said you're supposed to cut it in half like this. So we're going to cut it in half. This will release all the flavors. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just to release the flavors. Just like that. And the scent of this vanilla, oh, it's so amazing. I've never had vanilla beans before, so this is just such a fun project for me. Okay, so we're going to split them all. I have a couple more here left to do. And then what we're going to do is, I am going to put a little twist on this recipe. It would have been easier if I would have done it on a cutting board, but I'm just going to do it like this. I have my family members save me Starbucks iced coffee jars, and a little known fact is you can reseal them if you can them just like regular canning jars. And that's what they look like. These are the iced coffee that you get at the grocery store, and I'm going to put a couple of these in each jar. So I have 5 jars, and so I'm going to just put a couple in each one, and we'll see how far it takes us. I'm going to try to do it even. So they look like that. Good, I think I can get them all in here. Let's see if I'm missing a couple. Alright, and there's my 5 jars, like that. Get the camera up. Those are the 5 jars with the coffee beans in them. Like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make the syrup, the simple syrup. And when that is boiling, these jars are hot and sanitized and sterilized. So I'm going to add the hot liquid to the jars. Okay, and now the sugar has dissolved. We're going to pour it into our little jars like this. Now you can see that it's a little cloudy, but once it's canned, that will dissipate and it will be clear. Now I quadrupled this recipe because I want to do all these jars. The recipe calls for 2 half pints. And the really neat thing is this website also has where you can have free printables that you can make little tags with it. So we're going to do that after it's all done. I think that makes it really special. And these would be great gifts. Now I understand what people are saying, that this is not healthy. No, this isn't really healthy. This is just a fun project, you know, that you want to do, and use it sparingly, and use it like you would, you know, have something that's really expensive. It's just one of those little projects that it's going to be fun to have on a special occasion. Let's put it that way. Special occasion. You can impress all your friends and bring this out. Wouldn't this look nice sitting at a coffee bar with all different kinds of coffees and teas? And when I quadrupled it, I think it's going to come out just perfect. Look at that. Wow, that's great, because I didn't know how much it was going to make. And I don't want to make it too full. We're going to just do like we do canning, up to the neck, like that. And you can see they're kind of floating. I'm not sure if they're going to float after they're canned. I've never made this before, so you're learning with me. I just saw the website and I just thought it was so cool. The lids have the rubber seal, so we want to make sure we put the lids on tight and put them on straight. Make sure I have them on right. And the one thing about these are, commercially canned products are canned under heat, the same as a home canned, but when you get them out of the canner, professional commercial grade, they put in quickly cooling them, and that's what makes the seal. So I'm going to let this sit out for about 5-10 minutes after it's done boiling, and then I'm going to stick it in the refrigerator, and that will make it seal. So if you ever reuse lids from the store and they don't reseal, that is because they need to cool while the ingredients inside are still hot. It needs to cool quickly, which is the opposite of home canned goods. Home canned goods you should let sit for 24 hours. But these, if you would let sit 24 hours and not have them in a cool situation, oftentimes they won't seal. But we don't want thermo shock either, so we want to make sure that they're in room temperature for a little bit. Isn't that, now you tell me, isn't that pretty? And I think this gets clear. It shows that it gets clear. So I think it'll get clear once I put it in the canner. And I think the longer it's sitting, the clearer it's getting too, because I did heat it up until the sugar was dissolved. I'm just making sure I get all these lids on straight, or we would have a real leaky mess. And this, like I said, this is an expensive project. I don't know, I might be another 2-3 years before I make this again, but this is something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to make things with vanilla. And I know you can make vanilla extract, but then you got to buy the vodka, and that's expensive too. So this seemed to me to be the cheapest option with making something with vanilla. And if you get it on eBay, it's a lot cheaper on eBay than anywhere else that I've seen. Okay, look at that. They're all sealed. I mean, they're all on tight, making sure everything is on tight. Now I wish my family would have saved me more of these jars. Oh, I think they're so cute. Okay. Alright, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do now. So I'm going to take my camera. Sorry, I don't want to make anybody dizzy. Take my camera over here. And this is just a plain stock pot I'm using as a canner today. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a washcloth like this, and we're going to lay it in the bottom of the canner. That way we can set our jars on top of it. We're going to lay it flat. Oh, I don't want to drop my camera in it. That wouldn't be good. Like that. I'm going to go get my jars. Okay, it says a hot water bath for 10 minutes. Make sure they sit in right. Make sure they sit right on the cloth. I'm going to put this is what I call live YouTube. I'm going to put a hot pad in too, because it doesn't seem to be enough of with just that. There we go. Now I'm going to sit them in there like that, and you can see that the water isn't the whole way up. We want to have the water an inch above the lids. So I'm going to have to fill it up with some more water. Like that. Make sure they always stay in there good. Okay, so they're like that. And then I'm going to add more water. So you want them covered. You want to have the lids covered an inch. And I'm going to have it in this for 10. I might go 15 minutes. We'll see. It said 10 minutes. And then I'm going to take them out, and then once they're sealed, I'm going to get back to you all and I'm going to show you how we decorate the jars. Okay, so I have 3 that I got out of the refrigerator, and they all sealed. As you can see, the buttons are pushed down. But I want to give you all a little disclaimer on this project. If you are new at canning, go ahead and use the canning jars, because I had a little bit of a situation with these lids. I had to fight with them a little bit to get them to seal. Once they seal, they are sealed. They won't pop again. These have a really hard seal, but I had a little trouble with them because of the extreme heat. I had a little hard time with them to get them to seal. They're very pretty though. And like I said, there's 2 in the refrigerator yet, and I'm hoping that they will seal. But if you don't want to fool with it, I would just go ahead and use your regular canning jars. That way you know your project is going to be a success fully. But I do like these. And then what I'm going to do is put a paper on here, and then I made little stickers that came with the, I don't know if it's focusing right, but these are little labels that came with the website that you can download. And then I'm going to put the little stickers on top like that. Isn't that cute? Put a little sticker on there, and then I'll have to take a picture of the finished product. But I just wanted to show you that they are all, these are sealed, and I have 2 more yet, and I'm hoping they seal. Well, that was a really fun project. Thanks for watching.